Hey, smart authors, welcome to another episode of the Smart Author Podcast. Today, I wanted to talk to you about having a very clear alignment with your book and your business. Let me explain. All right, so I wanted to share a bit of a case study in why it's very important for you to have a very clear and aligned book to business offering. Because if you don't, you're going to have a very hard time taking your readers and your book buyers into buying your offers in your business. So I actually worked with a very, very well-known author and business person, someone who's coached some of the biggest names in the industry, in the internet marketing industry, that is. And several of them have gone on to create multi-million dollar businesses, multi-10 million plus dollar businesses. And so he's like this hidden kind of low-key coach in the space, who behind the scenes coaches a lot of people. So regardless to say, he can help a lot of people with a lot of things when it comes to online business. And to create more influence and authority in the marketplace for himself, he wrote a book. Now, the book was more on a generalistic way that he looked at systemizing his lifestyle and his business. He didn't write it to be an asset for his core business services and offerings. And in fact, his core business has actually developed and changed quite a lot over the past 5 or 6 years. And so it wasn't really intentional from that sense. It was more so, how can I get some really fantastic knowledge into the world so that people who read this book can benefit from this book? Now, that's fantastic because what that does is it does create long-term customers, but it just means that your sales cycle is going to be much longer. And so the case study that I wanted to share today in why this isn't effective when you're doing paid advertising and marketing is that when you have a book that isn't aligned with your business, then you're going to find that people who buy your book or get your book over here and we make another offer right away, there's going to be a disconnect. They're not going to see the congruency between your book and your business. And therefore, there's going to be very, very, very little action. Now, we actually gave away like 6,000 or 7,000 copies of this book in a very short amount of time. But because of that lack of congruency between his business, we unable to sell many of his offers on the back end. And so I just wanted to share that lesson with you, just in case you're thinking or you have a book and you're really, really trying to hustle to get it to work with your business when it wasn't intentionally built for your business as a congruent piece in the marketing funnel. So if you do have the intention to write a book to be a lead generator for your business or to help bridge the gap between authority and credibility on the front end to becoming a client on the back end, then it's really, really important that both of the topics are aligned and the ascension makes sense. Another case study for you that has complete opposite is one of my clients, Nigel Moore. He has a book that is based around packaging, pricing, and profiting from your MSP plans. And so MSP is like managed service provider. It's IT professional security for web and stuff like that. And so they have services based around making sure that companies are secure with their online stuff. Anyway, so Nigel has an offer for a membership called the Tech Tribe on the back end, and his book, exact same topic, but his membership is like such great detail to a point where it's like the amount of assets, resources, coaching is overwhelming in comparison, to this little snippet of a book that they can get here. The book is awesome. It's going to help them make a lot of money, but then the membership, which is still, it's like $47 a month, is still like world-class valuable, right? And so having an offer that is directly after someone gets the book and they're just downloading the book for free, we see actually about a 10 to 15% conversion rate of people just downloading the book to coming and getting the membership offer or a trial of the membership offer anyway. And so seeing that we have that congruency I want you to think about like what you can implement, or if you have a book already and you're seeing or you're struggling to get someone to buy something in your business, just having that lens of, hey, does this align? Does it make sense for someone who gets my book to come into my business? And if it doesn't, then that's okay. It might be worth doing a revision or a new book that does do that. And if you haven't written a book already, I really want you to think about how you can make sure that your book does align with whatever you offer on the back end, so that you can actually really utilize the book. And, selfishly speaking, if you want help with that, I would love to help with the marketing side of things. Now, it's only beneficial for me for you to have that congruency in place if we were to work together, because ultimately, if you don't, then it's very hard for us to work together. Because what you're going to find is that when you're marketing your book, it's going to be very hard for you to ascend or make any money with the back end. And that's where the money is made with marketing books. And so I really, really want you to make sure that you have those dominoes in place so that when someone gets your book, there's a higher opportunity for them to get your back end offer as well. Do you have a book that you'd like to get into the hands of more people? Then book in, pun intended, for a book marketing review with me, and I'll show you how you can do that. Click the link below and we'll set up a chat to see how we can help you sell more books.